Hey, what's up everyone? Back for a vinyl update. I think I got 9 vinyl for you today. So, as you can probably hear, we're listening to Celtic Frost, Monotheist. Um, this is a pretty cool edition. Gatefold. Really cool. It's a picture disc edition, so kind of got some cool different stuff on the vinyl. Different band members on each one. It's pretty cool. But yeah, so Celtic Frost, can't go wrong with them. One of my all-time favorite bands, so pleasantly surprised when they came back with this record. Just as good as anything they've ever done. So, alright. First record I got for you guys today is Massacra, and that is the Final Holocaust, and this is a reissue on Spark. It's a violent, thrashy, just masterpiece of a Finnish metal, death metal. Pretty cool vinyl on this too if you're into different color variants. Pretty cool. It's real unpolished, raw, savage riffing, thrashy drumming. Great tempo changes on this stuff. Raspy vocals. Just excellent quality. Exceptional death metal. You guys all probably have heard of it. I'll probably love it. I'm just finally glad that I got it on vinyl finally. So, very cool. Now I have Monastyr, and this is Never Dreaming, and this is a 2020 reissue on the Crypt. Very cool. This also kind of came on a cool clear vinyl. It originally came out in 1994. It's Polish brutal death metal. Very gloomy atmospheric kind of feel to it. Has a lot of I would say Massacra type riffage on it. It's just terrific death doom, or death metal, excuse me, from the mid-90s that will satisfy your palate if that's what you're in the mood for at the time. So definitely check it out. Now we have Broken Bones, a single decade, single decade, sorry. This came out on Havoc. As everyone knows, Broken Bones is made up from members that left Discharge. Great mix of hardcore punk with some lot more metal influences. It really got more and more metal as the albums kind of went on. This contains their best tracks from the 80s. Great crossover type stuff, that's what you're into. Classic, aggressive, just raw tunes. Broken Bones. Now we got this. This is Skelethal, and this is Unveiling the Threshold. Came out on Hell's Headbangers 2020. And this is French old school metal. Kind of has a murky atmosphere to it. Kind of a cool Lovecraftian vibe. Let's see, I think this is kind of a cool little variant if you're into that. It's kind of like, I would say, in the same vein as like Obituary. Probably be the best example, I would say. It's cool production on this. It's like feels really cavernous, which kind of really lends well to the music. Even has some cool kind of thrash parts and solos on it. It's real just gloomy style death metal that's done right. It's just good stuff, really good stuff. Check it out. Now we have Hellbent, and this is Apocalyptic Lamentations, and this is put out on Armageddon, and this is made up from members of Drop Dead, Ulcer, Neon Bitches. It's raw, thrashy death with like a punk attitude and the aggression of punk. It's full of rage and energy. Tight musicianship, but they play with reckless abandon, and it's executed very well. Just overall really cool death thrash, pure aggression, and it's only 23 minutes of fury, man. It's just fucking killer stuff. So probably hasn't been heard of a lot, but check it out, Hellbent. And it also comes on cool kind of red vinyl. So. Now I have Detest, and this is Norwall and Deathbreed reissue from the Crypt. Just came out here not too long ago, maybe a month ago, if that. And what this is, this contains their debut record, Norwall, from 1994, and then it also contains their demo, Deathbreed, from 1992. They're a band from Denmark, and this is like a sci-fi, what do I want to say here? Sci-fi concept album. That's, I guess, the best way to say it. They're really into the sci-fi stuff. So, it's just like standard Swedish old school death metal feel to it. Deep growling vocals. Really long. Dorval, just the record itself is almost an hour long. It's like 56, 57 minutes, I think. Nothing crazy out of the norm here with this. You know, especially for the time when it came out. The only thing I wish about this, I wish it had a little better production on it to go with the kind of the sci-fi stuff. I think it would sound a lot better, more appealing. So, but yeah, it's cool. Check it out. Detest. Now I have Mutilated Tongue, and this is Fuel the Flame. This also came out on Armageddon. This came out in 2019. And the members of this are just veteran members of Oakland hardcore punk scene. Sounds like a throwback to me from the COC Animosity era, and a lot like, you know, early like Raw Power. Rapid fire drumming, 80s hardcore song structures, explosive record. Crashing breakdowns, sick bass lines to this. I love to see these guys live. As soon as live music's back, I bet they just fucking kick ass. So, really cool record, but check it out, Mutilated Tongue. And now we have Sentiment Horror, and this is Morbid Realms, and this came out in 2019 on Redefining Darkness. And this is a death metal trio from New Jersey. Has kind of some light melodic tinges to it in certain parts. Very much old school Swedish death metal record. That's what it reminds me of. Reminds me I'm back then, and it just came out back then. It's really heavy riffs, great guitar tones on this. It's like, it's new, old school death metal with that HM2 sound that we all love. That's probably the best way to say it. So yeah, it's really cool. Check it out. Great artwork too. Very cool album. And I think this has kind of a color variant also on it. Kind of a, doesn't come up that great, I guess, on there, but it's pretty cool. Okay, now I have Serpent Cult, and this is Weight of Light, and this came out in 2008 on Rise Above Records. And fuck, this is one violent, sludgy, thrashing record. I mean, it's killer vocals that are very dark and memorable on it. No frills, doom, sludge formula. Just like very airy and dirging riffing. One hell of a heavy doom record. Yeah, if you never heard of this and you're into doom or sludge, this is a must. It's heavier and shit, so check it out. Serpent Cult. And now we have Kadavasta, and this is Magnus Venator, and this came out 2020 on Floga Records. This is a gatefold. Weird, kind of some cool artwork. And this is blackened heavy metal monstrosity that channels Greek myth. Just shimmering guitars on this. It's like pagan black metal with soaring epic mythical battle going on. It's kind of what I would say. It's unlike most black metal, but because it has kind of like a warm guitar feel to it. Great mix of like old school and new school black metal, screaming vocals, unrelenting drums, and just a wall of riffage. Very solid record. It's pushing boundaries in their little niche of black metal. It's excellent stuff. But yeah, check it out. And the last one I have today is Nite. And this is Darkness, Silence, Mirror, Flame. And this came out this year on Creator Destructor Records. I've had this for a few months, but it's been in heavy rotation since I got it. Needs to be talked about more, I think, because it's that good in my opinion. It's traditional heavy metal with like black and type vocals. Big influences from like the new wave of British heavy metal. Razor sharp guitars, punishing drums, cool bass lines on this. It's like real vile and filthy vocals. Perfect subject matter for this record. You know, like darkness, despair, horror themes. Definitely brings me back to the olden age of metal. It's such a damn good record. I highly recommend it. If you're into metal at all, check it out. Nite. And that's all I got for an update today. Got some other stuff in the works, some cool stuff. I'll probably be doing one more update, and then I'll have kind of a different kind of episode after that. Got some really cool stuff planned. I hope everybody's doing good. Today we had our first big winter storm, so that's kind of the theme of this video. And don't forget, if you haven't checked out my giveaway video, check that out, because that's coming up very soon. That will be giving away a couple of records and a CD. We got, what are we giving away? Metallica Ride the Lightning on vinyl. Also giving away the new Necrot album on CD. And a live Gorefest record. So make sure you get on there, make sure you subscribe, and make sure that you let me know which one of those you like the most or are interested in. And until then, stay fucking extreme.